Next category is definitely one of the largest categories. Blush and lips are the two biggest categories today. We're going to start off with the YSL Make Me Blush Powder Blush in the shade Rose Haze. This is $45. If I'm not mistaken, I think they may have raised it to $46, but I will put that on screen. I give this a 9 out of 10. The packaging is stunning. I love the formula. I love this shade. It's very light. The shade Rose Haze barely shows up on me with one little swatch, but once you build it up, it's the most beautiful neutral peachy pink shade. I love the formula. I love the packaging. It would be a 10 out of 10, but it's just so darn expensive. And I had to buy another one, so we'll see if it's in the box from Sephora. I'll save that for the end of the video, though. But yes, I love this formula so much that I did have to purchase another shade. Next up, I have the Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge Velvet Matte Cream Blush, and I purchased it in the shade Tea Rose. This was $36. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. I absolutely love the shade. The formula is so unique. It's like this whipped putty texture. Literally feels like a putty. And this is almost a perfect blush formula for me and shade. But it has to be built up quite a bit because it's just a very light shade. But that's it above the YSL, and it's very similar in shade. These are like my favorite shades. It's like this light beigey nude pink with a little hint of peach to it. I love it. You have to be very careful when you're blending it out not to mess up your foundation underneath. But if you put this on top of powder, it's really good. It's super blurring. I love it so much. So good. This one was close to being perfect, but I had to give it a 7 out of 10 because it can get a little patchy and it has to be built up. They almost nailed this. To me, it was very, very close. And you could also use it on your lips. I've never tried that, but they claim it's for lip and cheek. Next up, I have the Tower 28 Get Set Blur and Set Matte Powder Blush in the shade Long Beach Iced Tea. This one's $22 and I gave it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoy this formula. I love the shade. It's a very small amount of product. The packaging is kind of cheap. It's a little bit hard to open, but it's a really pretty formula. It does blur and it can be built up. So I put it right on top of the Bobbi Brown. This one's a little bit more pink and a little bit more beige. It can be built up, and I really do love the formula. It definitely does blur as well. So this one is very close to being perfect in my opinion. I just wish you got a little bit more product. I wish it was a little bit better packaging, but it's a solid 9 out of 10 and it's super affordable at 22 bucks. So I feel like you would love it. And if you're in the market for a new blush and you have texture, you should definitely check that one out. Next up, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Glow Blush Stick in the shade Rosy Glow. This is $42. It's a pricey blush stick, but you do get quite a bit of product. I was very disappointed in the shade because online it looked more like this, like a nudie beige pink. In person, look how pink that is. It's very cool toned and it's very bright pink. I gave this one a 7 out of 10. I knew it would be glowy because it's in the name, like it's a glowy blush. I can make this work and it looks really pretty on my skin. It does accentuate texture a little bit because it has that glow to it, but it's not bad. I just took off points mainly because the shade is not as it's described on the website, like not at all. I was expecting a very different shade of pink. I like it. I just wish they would come out with some more shades. Next, I have the ABH Magic Touch Cream Blush Trio and I purchased the peach option. They did come out with like 3 different options, I think 2 or 3. Anyway, I went with the peach option and you get 3 different colors, and actually you have like a bright corally pink, a peachy shade, and then this mauve purple shade. But my favorite thing to do is mix them all. Let me show you. This is $38. Beautiful colors. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I love mixing them together, but on their own, none of them are like my favorite shade, so that's why I couldn't give it a 10. And the packaging could be better. You have to use a pretty small brush to get in there the way this is shaped, but it's not bad. I'm going to show you all of them swatched separately, and then I'll swatch them all together so you can see what they look like. Start with the bright corally pink. See, it's super bright. And then the peach. It's a true beige peach shade. And then the mauve purple. These are super pigmented and they are very creamy, but they're not overly emollient. They're just a perfect balanced formula. I just wiped off the swatches. I'm going to take my finger and just swirl them all together. Well, this looks very bright and pigmented because I used a hefty amount of each shade. But I'm telling you guys, my favorite thing to do is just to mix a little bit of each, and it gives a beautiful color. I give it a solid 9 out of 10. I have the Dior Whipped Liquid Blush in the shade Orchid. It's $49, and I'm going to have to put it on screen. I'm not sure if you can actually get this from Sephora, but Sephora does carry Dior products, so I felt like eventually they might release them at Sephora. I will put it on screen and let you know for sure if it's available. But I went ahead and added it in this video because I'm literally obsessed with it. It's definitely one of my new favorite blushes. So this is the shade Orchid. And I want to show you guys the consistency. It's very whipped, a lot like the Bobbi Brown, but this one is more liquidy. But as you can see, it definitely has that whipped texture to it. When I blend it out, it has a tackiness to it. It almost feels like you're blending out a lipstick or something, like a liquid lip. But look at this shade, you guys. Oh my God. So stunning. It looks pretty intense at first when you first blend it out, but as you blend it into your skin, it just is so beautiful and so blurring. And adding this on and then adding the Tower 28 powder on top has been one of my favorite things to do. Look at that. It's so pretty. It is scented. Dior products, they all have the same scent. But I'm not going to knock off any points because I just love it so much. I cannot possibly give this anything less than a 10 out of 10. It's definitely one of my new favorite blushes. It's one of the best formulas I've ever tried for blush. I absolutely love it. In my notes here, I did give it a 9 out of 10 because of the scent. But I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It's so good. I don't even care about the scent. So in my book, it's a 10 out of 10. But if I was rating this with you all in mind, I would give it a 9 out of 10 because of how strong the scent is. It doesn't bother me. So it might not bother you either. If you have texture and you want a really beautiful liquid blush, I highly recommend it. Moving on, the NARS Multiple Soft Blur Blush Stick. I have mine in the shade Dazed. This is $40. So again, pricey for a blush. I hate that it's so expensive, but it's absolutely stunning. This is the perfect shade in my opinion. It's that peachy pink beige nude goodness. It's very close to my lip color right now, like cream de nude. 10 out of 10 would be an 11 if it wasn't so expensive. I think this is the best cream blush that I have ever used. It is beautiful. At first it looks radiant, but once you blend it out, it gives this beautiful blurred matte appearance. All of my texture is smoothed out when I apply this on top. It's so gorgeous. I will absolutely, in my cart already, I will be purchasing more shades. The shade Behave will be in my Sephora sale haul. No doubt about it. The next one is the Too Faced Cloud Crush Whipped Liquid Blush in the shade Milk and Cookies. This one's $28, and I gave this an 8 out of 10. It smells good, don't get me wrong, but I don't understand why it's so scented, like it's not necessary to make a blush smell like that. I don't know. It smells really good. It smells sweet. It smells like, I don't know, cookies? Just a very sweet scent. But the shade Milk and Cookies is stunning. It's a lot like the shade Orchid, but this one pulls a little bit more mauve-y toned, where Orchid pulls a little bit more warm. This one has a little bit more pinky mauve to it, but stunning formula. It's so similar to the Dior as far as the dry down. It's very blurring, but the Dior is a little bit thicker, a little bit more whipped. This one's a little bit more thin, but definitely blurring, and I love it. So good. I am going to give this one an 8 out of 10 because I have used this a couple times and noticed it getting a little bit patchy. So I feel like it's a little bit finicky as far as the formula goes, but if you take your time and get a really good blend, it's a really good blush. So just be careful with it when you're blending and maybe even try it on top of powder. I think I would score it higher if it didn't have the scent and if I didn't have the patching issues. But as you can see there, it blended out really well. So it could have been a me issue. The last blush I want to mention is the Rhode Pocket Blush in the shade Tan Lines. I didn't even purchase this from Sephora, but because you can purchase Rhode at Sephora now, I'm going to throw it in as another little bonus item. So now we're up to 57? Oh my gosh. The packaging is a little bit on what I would consider the cheapy side. It's just plastic, but the shade Tan Lines is stunning. It's very emollient. It's pretty radiant. It blends out beautifully. I love this shade. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's just not as special to me as the NARS as far as the formula goes, but it's really nice. They have a lot of shade options and it's not terribly expensive. It's nice. It's a good blush. But if I had to give you my number one pick from Sephora, it's going to have to be the YSL Make Me Blush. I love it so much. It's so good. But as far as my second place option, I'm not even sure if you can get it at Sephora, like I said, but it's going to have to go to the Dior Liquid Blush. This whipped blush is phenomenal. I can't get enough of it. So that was my liquid. The YSL would be my powder. And for cream, I would give it to the NARS. So those are my top blushes out of this group. I went ahead and put the eyes and brows together because I don't have that many products to share with you. I have the One Size Point Made Gel Eyeliner in the shade Busty Brown. This was $19 and I gave it an 8 out of 10. I'm actually wearing it today and I am noticing a little bit of transfer in my inner corner down to my lower lash line, but it's very minimal. It's a really good eyeliner formula. It's very, very creamy and blendable. If you're looking for a nice, smudgeable, workable eyeliner, I think it's a really good formula. And for $19, I think you would not be disappointed. Next up, I have the ABH Micro Stroke Detailing Brow Pen. I bought it in the shade Medium Brown. I'm also wearing this today. This is $28, so it's a little bit pricey, but I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I fell in love with it the first time I used it, and I love that it has the spoolie on one side. I just wish it wasn't $28, but I can't seem to put it down. It's very micro fine. I love the tip. I think it's absolutely worth the $28, but I wish it wasn't $28, if you know what I mean. The Danessa Myricks Color Fix Stick in the Duo number 5. It's $38. I gave this an 8 out of 10. I just wanted to love it more. I just thought it was going to be so much more shiny on the lids. Like in swatches, it's beautiful, but on the lids, it just doesn't hit as hard as I thought it would. All right, so I prefer the foil formula, but I prefer the metallic shade in this. So the foil formula is fantastic, but the shade in this one is like a duochrome, and I'm not big on that anymore. It's just not what I prefer these days. But the formula of the foil is a lot more shiny. It's a gold with a pink shift to it, and I'm just not a huge fan of the shift in it. I wish it was just, gold. I don't even really care for the pink in it. I wish it was just a true, like, gold champagne. It's just not as sparkly on the lid. The metallic shade is more of like a rose gold copper shade, and I absolutely love this shade. I just wish the foil shade didn't have pink, basically, but I like these. I'm just not as obsessed as I thought I would be, so that's why I give them an 8 out of 10. Next, we have the Makeup by Mario Master Pigment Pro Pencil in the shade Plum. This is $26. I gave this one an 8 out of 10. I like it. I like the formula. I just wish it showed up more plum like this on the eyes. When I put this on my eyes, it just looks like I'm wearing a brown. Like, I can't really see the plum tone to it on my eyes. So that's the only reason I'm giving this an 8 out of 10, because this is super pigmented. It does not want to budge. It comes with this little brush on the end to kind of blend it out. But once you put it down, there's no blending this sucker out. It's there. It stays put. So I enjoy the formula very much. I enjoy the brown shade and I enjoy the plum shade. I just wish it translated a little bit more plum on my eyes. I am going to be trying this out soon with the new Makeup by Mario Nature Ethereal Eyes palette because I think that will be stunning. Stay tuned for that. And lastly, we have the Benefit Precisely My Brow Detailer Pencil in the shade 3.5. I repurchased this during the sale where it was 50% off. This is probably my 4th or 5th time repurchasing this product. It is the most microfine brow product, and I absolutely love how you can get hair-like strokes very easily with this product. It's a 10 out of 10. I highly recommend this product. It was $26, but I was able to get it, during the sale for half off. And if I have to, if you're forcing me to pick out of this group, I can't pick just one. I would say you would not be disappointed with either of these products. The Benefit Precisely My Brow Detailer, just be very careful to not twist up too much because it's like using a mechanical pencil. And then this new one from ABH, it's really, really good. I've been enjoying it a lot. I just wish it wasn't so expensive. I can't pick. The lip category is massive. It's crazy. I'm excited to show you guys this. The first one I'm going to talk about, I'm actually going to put it on top of my lips right now because I've been drinking as I'm filming, so some of my lip product has worn off, and I want to show you guys this. It's one of my new favorites. This is the YSL Love Shine Plumping Lip Oil Gloss. I purchased it in the shade 2 Lucky Moonstone. $40, so expensive. YSL products are expensive. We all know that. This one is wonderful. It definitely does give a plumping sensation. Like, this one's pretty powerful in my opinion. I just love the color. I think it's perfection. So let me show you. I love the applicator. It just glides on so well. And here in a minute, my lips will be tingling. I give this one a 10 out of 10. I think it's perfection. It gives a beautiful shine to the lips. It definitely gives the plumping sensation, and I actually notice that it does plump my lips. So I love it. If it wasn't $40, I would probably purchase a lot more shades. It's that good. Next up, I have the Supergoop. This is the Glow Gloss. It is SPF 40, and it is a peptide lip balm. The shade is Vanilla Soft Serve. This is $22. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10 though, because I love the shade and I love the fact that it has SPF in it. But you guys, this has a terrible, terrible taste. I cannot even express how bad it is. It's pretty bad. I love the fact that brands are coming out with more SPF glosses because I'm definitely more of a lip balm, lip gloss kind of girl, especially in the summertime. So I really appreciate it. It smells good. I can definitely smell the vanilla, but it has a very strong chemical scent and taste to it. So for me, that really knocked it down as far as the rating goes, and it's going to be a 5. Next up, the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm, and I have it in the shade Iced Coffee. This is $24, and I fell in love with this product. This is probably like my 6th time repurchasing it. It's so good, and I'll probably repurchase it again. It's become a favorite. I love carrying this at work and just reapplying throughout the night. My lip liner will stay on for the most part no matter what throughout the night, and this on top just looks beautiful. And I don't know if you can tell, but I can totally feel and see that my lips are getting more pink and more plumped looking because of that YSL. And it'll continue to get more and more pink as like the blood flows to my lips because they're on fire, but in the most beautiful way. This is a 10 out of 10. I will continue to repurchase it. It's one of my absolute favorite lip products. Next product is the Laneige Glaze Craze Tinted Polypeptide Lip Serum. Wow, what a name. This one is in the shade Sugar Glaze. It's $22, and I gave this one a 7 out of 10. The applicator is super cool. I love it. You just squeeze up a little bit. The shade reminds me a lot of Iced Coffee from Summer Fridays, but this one has a little bit more pigment. It just ends up looking a little bit darker on my lips than I prefer. And this formula is a little bit more sticky than the Summer Fridays. So there you can see the shade. It's beautiful, but it definitely does look a little bit more brown and a little darker than what I prefer. It's a nice formula and the applicator's nice. The shade's just a little too dark. Those were my notes. Next one is the Edam Peptide Lip Balm, and I bought it in the shade Guava Fresca. This released in spring, early summer, I believe, and I thought the shade looked beautiful. It's $24, but for me, you guys, this one's just a no. For one, the shade's way darker than I thought it was going to be. Whenever you're looking at the shades of these, just keep it in mind they are very pigmented for a lip balm. This shade is really pretty. It's just not something that I would wear year round. The applicator is nice. It's very cooling on the lips, but I just cannot get over the taste and the smell of this. It's just like the Supergoop Glow Gloss. It has such a strong chemical taste and smell that this one I actually rate even lower. It's a 3 out of 10. The taste is horrible. I don't know why more people don't talk about how terrible this tastes. Ugh, and it smells gross too. But that's the shade Guava Fresca if you're interested. It is a shame because it does look really glossy and beautiful in the swatch. I'm sure it would look really pretty on the lips too, but I can't get over the taste. The next one is the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment, and I bought it in the shade Peach Glaze. This is one of the newest shades, and it's $23. I gave this a 9 out of 10. This formula is perfect for nighttime. It's just a little too thick for me to use during the day. I love the Strawberry Sorbet. I use it just about every night. This will be the next one that I put at my nightstand whenever I finish the Strawberry Sorbet. It's very hydrating. I love the formula. It's just a little too thick to be an everyday lip balm for me personally, but we love it. 9 out of 10. Next, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Big Lip Plump Gasm Gloss. The shade is Nude Gasm Diamonds. It's $35. This is a 10 out of 10 product. This is perfection. I love the shade. I love the applicator. I love that it has a little sparkle to it. It does plump. It doesn't taste bad. The only thing that I could maybe knock off a point for, but I'm not going to because it's not its fault, is sometimes I notice whenever I wear plumping lip glosses, I'll lose my voice at work because after you swallow it so many times, it's like numbing your throat, which probably not good for you. But anyway, here we are. This is the shade Nude Gasm Diamonds on the lips. It's beautiful. Next up, I have the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint in the shade Lemon Teeny. This was purchased from the website, and I don't believe you can get it at Sephora in this shade because it was limited edition. But if you're looking for their lip tints, I think it's a really nice formula. And I love the scent and the taste of this one. It's like a lemon meringue pie. But what you can get at Sephora that I've tried is the Peptide Lip Shape, and I got it in the shade Twist. You all, this is so pretty. I give it an 8 out of 10 just because I feel like it could be a little bit more longer lasting. But the formula is good and I love the shade. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to put that on, and then as you can see when I blend it out, it starts to kind of fade away. So just keep that in mind. This formula is not very long lasting, but I do enjoy it and I give it a good solid 8 out of 10. Next up, I have the Makeup Forever Artist Color Extreme Waterproof Lip Liner. And this one's in the shade Wherever Walnut. This one's $26, and I give this a solid 7 out of 10. And the reason is because, first of all, this one's way creamier than the original. It just glides on super smooth, which is a good thing. But it's not as long lasting as the original, in my opinion. I don't know. And the shade is a little bit warmer, I think. I prefer the original. So in my opinion, it's a good lip liner option. It's just not as good as the original because it's a little too creamy and the shade's just a little bit off for me. It's a little different. Then we have the Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes Lip Cheat Contour Duo Lip Liner in the medium shade. It's $26. I give this a solid 9 out of 10. I am wearing it today with another lip liner that I'll show you in just a second. I love the shades. Both of them are beautiful, but the formula is just not as long lasting as her original lip cheats. So I'm giving her a 9 out of 10 just because of that, but I really do enjoy this product. We have the Huda Beauty Lip Contour Lip Stain in the shade Soft Nude. This is $25. I'm going to give this a 8 out of 10. It's very long lasting. I just wish the shade was a little bit lighter. I'm wearing it today and it's pretty, and you can make it work by just adding a very small amount. It's just a little darker than I thought it would be, and this is the lightest shade option. It's a pretty dark shade, especially on the lips. It looks a little bit darker in my opinion than on the swatch, but I like it. And I love the fact that it stains down and you're left with a lip line all day long. And today I'm wearing it and I put the Charlotte Tilbury on top just so when that fades, you can still see the lip liner underneath, and you can see it definitely does stain. It's going to take a while for that to come off now, but I wanted to show you guys. I do enjoy it. I just wish it was a little bit lighter in color. And then to finish this off, we just have a couple little random things. The MPH dual-ended sculpting brush, this was $38, and I bought it with the little palette, and I give this a solid 8 out of 10. It's good quality, and to be honest, I feel like it's a better investment than the palette because I can see myself using this a lot. It's very tiny, so it's very good to use to give a very sculpted contour look. And I actually really like the quality of this brush, and I like that the small side you could use for concealer, corrector, to carve out your brows. There's all kinds of different ways you could use this to like touch up your lip liner if you mess up your lip liner. I really enjoy this brush. It's a little expensive for what it is, but out of the two products, I actually prefer that. Oh, I forgot to mention, for lip products, if I had to pick a number one out of all of those products, it's going to have to go to the YSL. This is one of my new favorites. That or the Summer Fridays. The last product is the Goop Glow Vita C Brightening Eye Cream, $58. You guys, this is a 10 out of 10 product. I love it so much. It is pricey, but I would definitely recommend this if you're looking for a new eye cream. Get it during the sale. Has a little bit of a vitamin C scent to it, but not bad at all. It's not fragranced or anything. It just has that little bit of a vitamin C scent. This product, oh my God. It's so lightweight. It leaves behind this beautiful, radiant glow, and I just can't get enough of it. Like, it absolutely changes the way my under eyes look and feel, and I feel like over time, it's just going to continue to get better and better. It's going to make my under eyes look more and more healthy. It's phenomenal. I love it so much. So I'm very happy with that purchase, and I wanted to go ahead and let y'all know about that just in case you're looking for an eye cream during the sale. Let me open this box. So part of my order came in today, but the other part I'm just going to have to put on screen to show you. I got the Glossier hand cream, and it's supposed to be the Glossier You scent. Where I work and have to use hand sanitizer a lot, I've noticed my hands are getting super dry, and it's going to get worse as the weather changes. So you just click this up, and let's see if it indeed smells like Glossier You, which you all know I love. Yeah, it definitely does. And I'm curious to see if this is going to be a really good hand cream or not. So we'll see if this helps my dry hands. Right now they're looking a little orange because I use self tanner, but yeah, it smells real good. And then this was a offer. I picked out the Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 76. It's the blue one. I've never smelled this one, so I wanted to see if I like it. And if I do, I didn't have to purchase it. It was a sample. It's one of my favorite things about shopping at Sephora, you guys. I know Ulta has the better point system, but I love getting all the samples from Sephora. Yeah. That kind of smells like Glossier You, in a way. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Sephora. I love it. It definitely has a Glossier vibe to it. And this is what I was talking about. It's the YSL Make Me Blush in the shade Hot Mauve. So here's the difference in packaging. Not much. And this one's the Rose Haze. This one's Hot Mauve. Gorgeous. These are so delicate. The The formula is very thin, but gorgeous and can be built up. I love it. I knew I would. I just had to have it. I love this so much. I think the only thing left in that order that I'm waiting on is the Glossier new Cloud Blush. It's a powder blush formula, and I purchased it in the shade Gale, which looks like perfection to me, and I've heard really good things about it. It is getting rave reviews, so I cannot wait to see what that looks like in person. We are at the end of this video. I hope this was helpful. I hope you will be able to make some decisions based off of my reviews. Quickly, before I hop off, I do want to go ahead and give a little review of my Tati brushes while we're at it. I used them today to create this look, and there are definitely a few standout brushes to me. I love the SP2 angled face brush. I really enjoy that one. Then SP3, the sculpted contour brush. Really like this one. This brush for my eye look today was beautiful, the ES4. It's a really good blender brush, especially for the outer V. I would say definitely the most unique and overall I think my favorite is the ES2, which is their foundation brush, and this is the one that Tati has been raving about. I really enjoyed using it to apply foundation today, so this one would probably be my overall #1 pick. If she does come out with these brushes as singles, I would highly recommend this. I think they're good quality and I'm happy with them. Wanted to share that with you. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you'd like to see more content from me, go ahead and hit subscribe. I would love to have you. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, I would very much appreciate that. So that's all. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.